Camera just cut off. This will be a second video. A second distilled peppermint oil. Smells fantastic. I probably will be buying some of this. Alright, here we go. We're starting to bubble over again. Goggles on. The camera just cut off. I restarted it. Really hot now. I see the steam coming off. But the fact that it's climbing means it's still cooking. There's still a lot of active lye reacting with the heat and oils. But it's looking a lot more like pink mashed potatoes than pink applesauce. So, I'm going to give it just a few more minutes. And it'll actually start to look glossy, which means it's at a gel stage. And when it's at the gel stage, that means the soap. And I'll pull it out of here, put the embeds in, let it cool down a little bit, and put it in the scent oil. Yeah, we've gone beyond the mashed potato stage. We are at, excuse me, I'm sorry. We have gone beyond the applesauce stage. We're at the mashed potato stage now. Pink mashed potatoes. Let it cook just a little while longer. Also, while we're paused, if you watched my last video, you saw the crock pot over here in the corner, and I told you it had liquid soap in it. Here is my liquid soap, beautiful, clear, super thick, because I didn't put a lot of water into it. I put enough just so that it would be pourable. It's almost like a warm honey consistency, but I'm not using this in the hand pumps. This is my laundry soap. I'm going to make another one this weekend, but this is my laundry soap. Using not your normal lye, not your sodium hydroxide to make the soap a Rinkin Down your bar soap, but instead it's potassium hydroxide, which makes a soft soap that you dilute with water. I've done a video on that as well, and there are lots of people who put those out as well, but that's what we have here. I put some of the free samples that my friend Lisa Thorson from Blossom Bertram Soaps gave me. And it has a real nice minty smell. I don't care if it smells, but my wife likes it to have a smell. So there we go. I'm going to do another one this week and get another gallon of it. And it works great in the washer. Alright, I gotta watch this closely now. So let's get you back into the picture. Yeah, oh, we're definitely nice, and it's starting to look shiny. The camera is not going to pick it up probably, but this looks nice and shiny, which means it's at a gel stage, and I'm confident that this is cooked. I want to put the lid on. No, actually, I think I'm done, because when I unplug it, I'm going to pull the crock out of the heat base, because I'm going to start cooling down just a little bit to get my embeds in and not melt, but then cool down so that my scent oil can go into it and not flash off. But yeah, I'm confident this is cooked. This looks just, oh, nice and shiny. I love it. So, with my glasses on, I will be right back. I have to get a towel. I didn't plan on it. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, goggles on. I'm I'm going to pull the crock out of the heat base and get it out of the way. Now this will start to cool down really quickly now that it's away from the heat, but that's okay. Especially when I put my embeds in it. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in right now and start to stir and get them mixed in. I want these big chunks really mixed well with that so they attach to it and adhere to it and don't break loose. Plus I want the soap mixed well so I don't have a concentration of plain soap in one area and embeds in another. And sitting in the hot soap, the embeds will start to soften and they will stick to it a little bit better. And while I'm doing this, I'm bringing the temperature of the soap down just a little bit so the heat doesn't kill the scent oil, because this scent oil is wonderful and I've used it in hot process with great success. I'm hoping this will be another one. I've used it in cold process with great success. Knock on wood, I have never had it rise. It does accelerate without question. But if you know that, you can make a recipe and design, you can work with it. It's great. And it smells so good. And it lasts so long in cold and hot process. Okay. I'm going to have to get this in the mold pretty soon. So, what I'm going to do is get those in there. Smooth it out just a little bit. Let it sit for just like a minute, just to really adhere to those embeds. I'm going to put the scent oil in it. So, here we go. Just a short wait. Once again, this is the 2.75 ounces of Brambleberries Applejack Peel. Does have a tendency to rise in hot soaps, but since this has almost no oil left in it other than the superfat, it really mixes in well. That's hard enough. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. It does act a little bit funny at first because I think of the oils that are in it, but it still mixes in well, hot process. I've done it several times and I've loved it. I'm just going to kind of put it in slowly. A little bit more in. Oh my gosh, here comes the scent. Now I can smell it. I can really smell the cinnamon in it. But we're not going to have rising issues and we're not going to have acceleration issues because it's already soap. But do I have my goggles on? You better believe it. This is soap. It won't burn my hands now. But it's still very hot. It'll temperature burn me. And everybody knows that soap burns your eyes. No matter how gentle it is, soap burns your eyes. I made a mistake one time, not using my goggles, doing a hot process at this point and putting it into the mold and it splashed into my eye. I'll never make that mistake again. Never again. The rest of it in, there we go. We're going to stir this in. We're going to get this in the mold. get a top on it, and we'll cut it tomorrow. Oh, that smells good. I can see it doing some weird things that it normally doesn't do, and that is because the scent oil that misbehaves. But stirring it like this, it stirs in, does not. It's just simply not an issue. I could see where this would be an issue if this were cold processed and I put it in. So it is doing some weird things, which is maybe a form of ricing and hot process. But now that I have it stirred in, it's already gone away. And you see, cooking the color in it didn't affect it. Still have this nice creamy pink. So you know what? Let's get this in the mold. So plop it in there. Oops, lost the big blob there. Plop it, smash it in there. I'm going to go on the floor and tap it down. It was this point when I splashed it into my eye that one time, was tapping it down. It splashed up out of the eye, out of the mold and into my eye. Hurt like you know what. I'll never make that mistake again. Yeah, it's really thickening up now. Kind of just taking that and really smashing it down in there, and I'm going to tap it on the floor. Get it down in there really well. Push on that to just get it down as far as I can so it's really nice and dense. I don't have any air bubbles. I'll tap it again. Now this mold is expanding on the side, which it normally doesn't do. We'll try to get that in there so we can build the top up a little bit and have a nice high soap. Then what I like to do on my hot process, I do it with almost every one. Take my thermometer and just kind of pick at the top, which it doesn't look like a whole lot with this, but when you cut the bars, it looks kind of nice. And there we have it. My hot process soap. Now, alright, I'm taking the goggles off. I'm safe. I'm not messing with the soap anymore. There is a ton of soap in my crock pot. That is not going to waste. Even the little scraps on the counter here and around the edges, that's not going to waste. That is going to soak in some hot water, come loose, and that's going to wash a ton of dishes. But this is our hot process soap. I actually was able to film it from beginning to end, and apparently I was able to get it in 2 videos. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to get it into 1. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe you learned something. And I'll see you for the cutting, and I'll probably see you for using that to wash my dishes. Talk to you later. Bye.